Yo, so the opinions and views expressed in this podcast are that of our own and the future Bachelor podcast only, and not affiliated with any outside party or entity or anything like that. This fun podcast, though, may include some adult language.
Future Bachelor podcast.
You know what we like to do. It's that time to talk about Bachelor stuff on our show! Yes, this show provides all the Bachelor drama you've been missing in on the off season. But before we get talking about the Bachelor, YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we drop new Bachelor content just like this. And if you just did, oh man, huge shout out to you. Woo-wee! Air horns for ya. Yes, V, that was a lot. I don't know why I keep adding more and more things to it, but I like it.
And it's funny because I know this is obviously at the beginning of the video, and so I'm just there as you're saying stuff. I'm just
yeah, I like it. I like it. I like to think of our viewers that randomly will catch our videos on YouTube, and then this is just how they see us. It's like we introduced the video of Veronica's just hype manning me with all the sign language and stuff in the other window. So, but yeah, V, what do we got for Bachelor stuff this week? What's going on in Bachelor Nation?
Well, third time's the charm might be the thing. The new saying for our girl Becca Kufrin. Let's do the damn thing, and she did it. She proposed to Thomas Jacobs, who she met on Paradise. Mm-hmm. They've been dating for a little under a year. And he said yes. I guess, it was a secret.
Congratulations to them. That's
I know. Congrats.
I mean, I haven't really seen some guy get proposed to before, really.
Right. I mean, it's usually, there's I think a tradition. It might be just in Ireland or something, or it might just be a tradition in general. It's the whole idea on Leap Day, it's a thing that women propose to men. But I mean, I feel I've been seeing more of this being a vibe of women being all why not I propose to you, or whatever. Because I mean, I don't know. I've just been seeing
it seems
more.
so outside of something Becca would probably want.
Well, I think she really wanted to take it into her own hands because she's had 2 botched engagements on national television. Think about it. Yeah. So I think this feels very much so her being all did the damn thing.
But why does she have to be engaged?
I don't know. I mean, it feels it feels quick to me personally. But
has it even been a year?
No, no. It's been almost a year.
Yeah, but in that Bachelor Nation, a year is
shit moves
3.
quick. That's why I loved JoJo and Jordan because they did.
Yeah, we talked about that. They did it right. That's the way you're supposed to do it. They did it a normal person, but in Bachelor Nation time. You know what I'm saying? That's how actually they did it. They made sure that they were good to go to start their lives together. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because all her friends are getting engaged and stuff that Becca feels she has to be engaged right now. I really hope, it all works out. It seems like they're very happy. Thomas seemed to go with the flow. What do you think about this, though? I mean, obviously it doesn't matter. Obviously this is a conversation they probably had, right? She didn't just surprise him with an engagement. She was
I mean, I'm guessing.
Would you mind if I proposed to you? And he was probably no, I don't. All right, would you want to get married? Yeah, sure. But I mean, what kind of what goes into the thinking of this being?
I think it just really seems she almost just had a complex around the idea of her proposals in the past, and to me it feels she really wanted to take control of the proposal narrative. So that's why, because I mean in general she's a gal from Minnesota, so I would think things would be a little bit more traditional than not, in just how she views all of it. But I feel maybe she felt like she needed to prove something to herself, to Bachelor Nation, that, you know, she's got it handled and she's not going to let some, you know, first of all, a dorky race car driver leave her for some other person, and then second of all, like a racist ruin her life.
Yeah.
So
it's just interesting. I mean, I'm sure she'll talk about it if she hasn't already, but you know, why she just like wouldn't have Thomas propose to her. Like, I don't know. It's just, it seems kind of a little gimmicky to me. I don't know. Some of these things are starting to seem a little gimmicky to me. Like they want to make like some news or something.
Potentially. I mean, I feel like they are like deep in the Bachelor Nation machine, if you will. Just so, it definitely feels like it does feel a little weird, like, because I want it to feel good, because I like that idea. I think it's dumb that men don't like wear a band or anything if it's like a heterosexual relationship or whatever, they're not wearing a band after they propose. Like, it just feels like a weird, like, ownership thing, to me personally, but yeah. So
what, do you propose and then you're like, but you're gonna get me a ring too?
Yeah.
Well, okay, whatever.
I think it should be equal. I mean,
sure. I mean, if I'm giving a ring, I'd want a ring too. But like, it just seems like in Becca's case, she's like, "Here's your little ring. Now, where's my diamond? When's my diamond coming?"
I think he might have had a ring for her. I don't know.
So this is just a mutual engagement. They're just like putting rings on each other. It's not like she straight up proposes to Thomas.
She proposed. Okay, maybe she didn't get a ring. No, I'm like looking at the pictures now. I guess he just got a ring.
Interesting.
But I'm guessing she will have a ring soon. But we'll have to see.
Well, I guess, you know, in the sense of the fact that she's gotten 2 engagement rings now, this makes sense that she's like, all right, well, this time I'm not going to be like giving back a ring, and I'm not going to, you know, this time if you're going to give back a ring, it's going to be you. So, in that sense, I get it. What else we got for Bachelor Nation?
Yeah, so, you know, the rumor mill is spiraling as we're waiting for this Bachelorette season to start, and we're waiting to see when folks are going to hit the beach. And Greg Grippo from Katie's season didn't help it by unfollowing his supposed hot ass, you know, French girlfriend on Instagram, and I think she unfollowed him as well, but it seems like she was in Jersey where he's spending his summer. Maybe not all of it, who's to say? So I don't know. I mean, if I were a French model, I don't think I'd be just like low-key doing some time on the Jersey Shore, you know what I mean? I feel like I would have to be there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But so we'll have to see if that it was, the unfollowing was more of just the hype to bait people like us to, you know, go to their pages or whatever.
If
and
Greg goes to Bachelor in Paradise, I see it going really bad for him.
Oh, I see it going bad for him.
Like almost on some like Balake type stuff. Like,
yeah, I see it going bad for him. But so we'll have to see if that's even a thing. And then people were, you know,
because he barely made it through. Because I feel like like we've said it before, like with Brendan last season and stuff like that. Like that's what I see happening. Like, you know, he's a hot commodity. Hot commodities going in there I have a problem already, but like I see him going in because on the Bachelorette season, he just like he didn't look good at the end when he left.
No, he looked real
staying
bad.
out of like the limelight, I think, you know, has been good for him, but coming back, like I don't know. I really don't. Right
now he's just been, you know, making funny TikToks with Andrew, his friend.
What is this they're saying? Blake or Pilot Pete might be coming back?
Yeah, Blake, I guess people had asked like on his Instagram stories, he did like one of those like ask me anything kind of situation, AMAs, and people were asking about if he would go to the beach and everything, and he like made a comment. He's like, yeah, if I'm going, like, you know me, like I always have to show up fashionably late, because he showed up to Tayshia's season and like whatever in Katie's season and stuff like that. So people are like, do we think he's gonna show up on another show? Like, especially because he's been getting the rap of like being like he's trying to be on every show. But I mean, I could see him on Bachelor in Paradise, like if anything.
Yeah,
like,
you want to come in like second week, right? You want to come in like week 2 or week 3 because
Yeah.
Because that at least gets you in like for a long term.
And that would be his bit. Like, it's an easy Bachelor in Paradise bit, I would say. Like, if, like, you know, he came in, like, one of the second or, like, you know, later weeks or something like that. And it could definitely be, like, his little, like, bottom third situation is, like, for him going to the beach. But I don't know if, like, he wants to...
What about Pilot Pete, though? Like, I see it going two ways for him. Either Noah wants to be with Pilot Pete, or, like... People actually do want to be with Pilot Pete once he's on that beach. Like, they're all, like, gunning, like, he's, like, the Hakmani.
I know. I think it was his friend and former fellow castmate, what is his name? Devin, I think, who was, like, saying, he was like, I mean, if Pete goes, like, I mean, that would be a vibe, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I never found him attractive. So I've never understood the draw to Pilot Pete. And then, like, even Kelly recently has, like, said something about how their relationship was just, like, she's like, I don't know, like, I didn't take it that seriously. It was, like, whatever, like, it just, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, like, I feel like he doesn't have, like, a lot of good press, like, if he would to be going into the beach. So I don't know if it would be, like, a redemption arc situation for him more, but I don't know. I could see him being, like, the one, kind of like how Catsuit Connor last summer was kind of like I'm like surrounded by all these like huge beefy dudes, and like Pilot Pete feels like he's kind of tall, but he's not beefed up. He's like a normal looking dude. So
oh man, Pilot beef. Let's see.
Pilot beef.
What else we got for Bachelor Nation news?
So Michelle, our former Bachelorette, she is stepping back from teaching after this school year ends. I believe it's probably like ending right now for her, because she said that she's been on survival mode. And I think, especially in light of like recent news and everything and just in general with how COVID has been is so hard on teachers, especially like I have a couple of friends that are teachers and I just know that it's been rough. I could see how that would definitely be a lot to take on, as well as like being like a public figure now. Even though like it just makes me sad because like she felt so real and like how she, was a teacher, still staying a teacher, doing whatever. But I think it's just been a lot for her. And I guess Nayte still doesn't live there with her yet. So like they're still kind of like doing a long distance situation. And people got all on her because someone took a video of her when she was like just walking around and she didn't have her ring on, and like she had to like clap back and be like, okay, first of all, like, why are you all up in my business? Second of all, we're fine, like I don't always wear my ring out and like whatever, because it's just how I am. But I feel bad. I feel like I don't want Michelle to be out here like fighting for her life in these streets, like just being like,
but I'll always go back to like everyone kind of puts themselves in the ring of fire here.
True.
Let's not forget, at one point Michelle went through the whole process of interviewing to be on just a contestant on the show.
True.
She never thought that she was going to be, and then they brought her in like halfway through, right? Like it wasn't like
she was one of the late arrivals for Matt James's season.
Yes.
And she made it really far.
Yeah. So, this could have always been the plan to get away from teaching. Yes, I know my sister was in education. She's still in education, just not inside the school system, but it was really hard. It's like once you have a kid too, like you're just like, what's the point of going into school? And, you want to still do your job and everything, but it's just like, is it worth it? Like, especially with how dangerous it could be out there. So I totally get that, but I don't know. I really don't know. If people are not living like around each other by this point, I don't see good signs. And also, who the hell really goes around not wearing their ring? Like, to be honest,
I don't know. I know, because I feel like
if Becca proposed to me, I wouldn't be taking my ring off and thinking it was okay.
Especially like nowadays, it's so popular because like obviously Michelle's super active. Like it's the big thing to get those like silicone rings that people wear like when they work out or do stuff if they don't want to have the the actual like diamond and stuff out and about in these streets. But
yeah, I mean, I don't have a ring, but I just can't picture me just taking it off. Like, I don't know. Like, even if I worked out, like, I don't know. That's just me. So
yeah.
It doesn't seem good, but I don't want to be out here in the streets like you were saying, like, you know, shooting fire and stuff. So it is just I want fireless streets for Michelle. Well, guys, that's what we got for Bachelor Nation news. We still got, you know, we're counting down the weeks until the Bachelorette starts. And
I know, I'm excited.
I'm very excited for that. So, yeah, that's it for Bachelor Nation news. In the comments, let us know. Are you going to miss Michelle as a teacher? Do you want to see Pilot P on the beach? If you're a woman, would you want to, you know, propose to your mans? Let us know in the comments, okay?
Future Bachelor Podcast.